Hello, this is a review for Pumpkin Waffles by 719 Walnut Avenue. You can find these 3-wick candles at Walmart. And let me give my thoughts on this candle. It really did kind of surprise me. Let me give you the description first of what Walmart says. And they say deliciously decadent pumpkin waffles topped with rich maple syrup and a touch of brown sugar. And then it said right after that that these are lead-free wicks, which I can totally appreciate. And I think the sound of pumpkin waffles with maple syrup and brown sugar, that sounds amazing. I will share with you now, though, what my experience is. And stick around lest this sounds really bad, because I don't mean for it to be, but just bear with me. When I first started melting this, I was just thinking, am I smelling popcorn? Am I smelling salty, buttered popcorn? Maybe with a tiny bit of sweetness. I wasn't sure. I thought, what in the world? So I kind of, brushed that off as maybe it was just me. I'll let this burn a little more. Well, to be honest, it continued to smell like that to me throughout the day. Maybe a caramel corn, but kind of just like maybe a sweet popcorn, like maybe like a kettle corn. Kettle corn might be a good description of what it kind of smelled like at first to me. So I'm burning it again, and today I dedicated a large chunk of time to burning this. And while that pool only looks as deep as it is, I just wanted to say that I blew this out because the wicks got kind of long and were giving off a little bit of black smoke, so I blew it out and left it off for a while and put it back on. But it's been burning for hours overall today. Now, to give you a second nose to kind of weigh in on this, my husband came upstairs and totally unsolicited, he says to me, "Oh my gosh, where is the caramel corn candle?" And he looks around and looks at the candle that's next to me on a little table there. And I said, "It's not this one." I said, "This is Home Sweet Home by Yankee." One of those, the big pink, kind of mauve colored pink candle that Yankee makes. And I said, "It's not this one." And he goes, so he's looking around for that. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. It was this candle. And this candle was not in the room where we were. It was down the hall a little bit in another room and in the far corner of that other room. I say all that to say a couple things. He kind of backed up my thought without any prompting that this indeed totally smells like popcorn and caramel corn to him and to me too now. But this candle throws like crazy. And I mean that if you're going for a candle that gives a lot of throw, you've got to try out these candles. Let's see here. Does it smell like pumpkin waffles? No, no pumpkin, no real waffle to me. Does it smell like maple syrup? No, not to me. Brown sugar? No, not really. Now, if I had to really pick out something I think might be in there, it might be like, how some butter is like the really salty butter, and if there's like a big glob of it on like hot pancakes or waffles or French toast, and as that is melting, that smell, maybe that's the buttery, salty smell that I'm smelling, but it really smells like popcorn to me. And in particular, like caramel corn or kettle corn. So, which is a little less sticky, caramely coated. It's just kind of got a little bit of sweetness to it. That's almost how I'm going to describe this candle. The only downside really to me, considering I don't really mind the smell of caramel corn or kettle corn, is that when I picked this out to burn again today, this morning, I was really kind of wanting mapley syrup, buttery goodness, not salty, buttery caramel corn. So that said, I will bear that in mind the next time I reach for this candle for any of my candles, because it's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, to just kind of give my 2 cents on this, I understand and I hope you understand too, this is my opinion. These are just my thoughts. And I can tell you right now, based on some reviews I looked at on Walmart's website, that I'm kind of alone in this thought so far. And unless this could just be like a batch issue thing, like a current batch or this particular candle's batch that had something else kind of more like of a particular note that was added to this, to the fragrance oils, who knows. But I just wanted to assure you, if you think it sounds crazy, that everyone else did seem to think this smelled like waffles, syrup, melted butter, and whatnot. Not so much how I'm describing it. But in my house, 2 separate noses completely thought it smelled like caramel corn. And without discussing it first. So for whatever that is worth. Now, I did go and pull out my other my little wax cubes here. These are Better Homes and Gardens at the fair. I did reviews on each of these scents separately. This is spiced caramel corn and cider apple fritters. These both smell really good, especially the cider apple fritters and the spiced caramel corn really grew on me and I really liked it. I can highly recommend these. I bring this out though to make another point, and that is that this guy right here smells more like caramel corn than this does to me. When my husband mentioned that it smelled like caramel corn to him, I said, "Really? Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes." He literally said it reminded him of being at a fair when you walk by those little food stands, and he said this one smelled like when you walk by the caramel corn station or stand or whatever. And it does. It reminds me of that. This candle gives off a lot of heat and a lot of scent. So I don't know that this would be something I'd burn in the heat of summertime, but this is a nice candle. So now that I've said that it doesn't smell like what I expected it to, I just wanted to really reinforce that I'm super glad I tried the 719 Walnut Avenue Pumpkin Waffles candle, because I've never tried this line before. I've never tried any of the candles in the 719 Walnut Avenue line. So this is my first exposure to it. I like that the scent throw is so strong. My whole upstairs smells like this. My house isn't huge or anything. It's not like really big, but I'm just saying this kind of goes in and out and through a hallway and into another room. It really creeps around. Yesterday when I had it going, I tried to kind of confine the fragrance to one room, but that wasn't happening because like my doggy will open the door. Molly will go and walk around and push the door open, or if I leave it just cracked a little bit, the smell from this candle will leave the door and go through the hallway. I kid you not. This is like got a lot of movement. It moves around. The scent does throughout a house. So it makes me want to go and try out the others. I think the only other one, and I know the only other one I have, is that caramely cinnamon roll one. And that one, surprisingly, smells almost like this to me with maybe just a tiny twist on cold. So I can't wait to try that one. And so that's basically my review for this. I guess the biggest thing is that it's only half an ounce, 0.5 ounces less in size than a Bath & Body Works candle. Bath & Body Works candles cost $22.50. This one cost such a fraction of that. I want to say it's $4.93, not even $5. That is incredible. So there's going to be a lot less of different fragrances to choose from. I don't know how complex it's going to be. I can tell you this right now though, for a fact, with my burning experience, that so far this is outperforming almost all my Bath & Body Works candles, except maybe for Summer Boardwalk. And so it's really strong. It's intense. It smells very strong and intense. And I think it smells kind of yummy as long as I'm in the mood for it. I won't be burning this again until I'm in the mood for caramel corn. And so no biggie. But look how beautiful this would be for the fall. Beautiful orange candle. This is gorgeous. Very nice. I did have to trim the wicks. I'm not getting a lot of sootiness or anything down into the wax, even though they had really large mushroom heads on top of these 3 wicks. It's all good. I'm very pleased. So glad to try the candle. Happy to share it with you guys. I appreciate you clicking on my video and tuning in today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.